Oh, here's another thing about being in a writing critique group. This one I think is more a matter of professionalism. It definitely takes more connectivity than what the average person is used to. If you agree to read and critique someone else's short story or novel excerpt, then duh, do it. You said you would. Especially if it's in exchange for them doing something for you. Remember the Newtonian truism that tells us for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now, I don't have my hard hat on, but this doesn't look like an apple tree, so I should be okay. What way too many people fail to realize is that that truism should not apply just to their actions, but their reactions as well. If you're familiar with the manga and or the anime series Full Metal Alchemist, then I know you've heard of the first law of equivalent exchange. And I paraphrase here. If you gain something of value, then you will lose something of value. Note to self, revisit the Full Metal Alchemist series, preferably the anime series, because I cannot read. But the funny thing is, in this case, I don't see me spending time and brain wattage reading someone else's story as a loss at all, because they're doing the same for me. And if both parties do their job right in both aspects, critiquing and writing the story in the first place, then we're both going to win. That's the game plan. But it's weird that every time I think about this topic, I have flashbacks about something that happened to me in my early 20s. My apartment days. Major snowstorm. Took me an hour to dig my car out. And I couldn't get out the normal way. So I had to circle around the entire perimeter of the complex to get to the main road that way. And I almost made it. Got to almost the top of this one hill, and I just started spinning wheels. I couldn't go anywhere. So I said, okay, I'll just back up gently down the hill best I could. I looked behind me, and by the time I got there were like 5 or 6 other cars stuck behind me. They all had the same idea. Bad idea. So the next morning, everybody, I think it was like at 7 in the morning, we showed up at the hill to get to work, to get everybody's cars out. There was one car at the bottom of the hill that was stuck pretty badly, so we all pitched in to help this guy out. So once we succeeded, he hopped in his car, started the engine, started backing out, and stuck his head through the window and said, "Hey guys, thanks for helping," and took off. Didn't even bother to help the rest of us. Now, as it just so happens, I brought in a few behavioral experts whose opinion I trust. I had them evaluate the situation. Gentlemen, how would you classify that person?
Asshole.
I tend to agree. The world is already overpopulated with people who get theirs and just ignore their commitments. They don't bother to return the favor. Be better. Especially if you're trying to help a fellow aspiring writer. Be better.